Youngstown Mayor Tito Brown is proud of the economic growth in the city throughout 2023.
He sat down with WKBN Community Affairs Director Dee Crawford to discuss how that helps development and job growth for the city.
Welcome to my in-depth conversation with the mayor. We're going to talk a little bit about 2023 and hopefully end our conversation talking about the challenges of this year as we're beginning a brand new year. It's always good to see you, Mayor.
It's always good to be here.
You've already done your state of the city, so let's talk a little bit about 2023. Economics, development, challenges, fiscal. How did we end up in 2023?
Well, first of all, let me say 2023 was a better year than 2022, and that's always my goal, to do better.
Improve?
Yeah, to improve. I want to do better today than yesterday. And we ended in the black. This was the second year, again, that we had an audit-free finding, no findings from our audit.
That raises your bond rating.
Yeah, raises our bond rating. It just shows that we're at, when I came into city government, I wanted to make sure that people understood you could trust me with the money, but also that, when we went to the state and asked for monies and loans for some improvement projects, they say, well, the city of Youngstown is responsible. So we did that twice. This is our second year in a row, and it had not been done in about 20 years. So I was excited about that. I think we're on track this year to do the same because we focus on our needs, not our wants. And I think that's a big piece for us. But economic development has been big for us. We're headquartered now for Steel Light, and that's a new piece for us. And we found a way to do a pilot project where we would share in the income tax with the business owner, where they would bring in the employment and the monies, and we would share in the revenue and income tax. And that's been a big one for us as well, with Steel Light as well, Trivium. So two companies took advantage of that, and I think it's starting to attract others to say, I can do business in the city of Youngstown.
So this is job creation, job stability.
Yeah, job creation, job stability. Now we haven't not had any place to say this is our headquarters, but Steel Light, it's an international company, and Trivium is an international company, and I think it's just it's two of the few. That's starting. People are saying, there's something going on in Youngstown. I want to be a part of it. And this is what we're doing to do our part.
I think that speaks to the part that you mentioned earlier, improvement each year and focusing. And I know that's been one of the things you've held tight to, Mayor. And I appreciate you stating that. So we're looking now for a stable year, hopefully, in our economic development, job loss in 2024, because we ended up on a good place at the end of 2023.
Yeah, we always try to build on, where we can't, last year was a great year, better than the year before, but we want to say, well, can we improve? And I always, the largest room is the one for improvement. So we want to see how we can improve. And I think what we're doing now, we have a new economic development director. Stephanie Gilchrist is in there. I think she's going to be able to capture, bring in the relationships that she's already had, but also somebody has to be a conductor. Somebody has to say, I got this business owner who needs this, this, and this, or I have this potential business owner who needs that. And her job is to kind of connect them and figure out what their wants and needs are and help us in the community.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. And we're going to continue this conversation. Our next conversation is going to be around the issue of crime and our safety forces. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dee Crawford, Community Affairs Director, WKBN.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay Watson. Thanks for watching the WKBN 27 First News YouTube channel. If you want more video news, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the WKBN 27 First News app for breaking news alerts.